Husted is beginning to feel very good about what he's doing out there.
He's finally found lane 34, and he's very confident at this point. He feels that Mark Bowers is struggling, and that adds to Dave's confidence. And once this young man gets it going, Jay, it's almost no stopping him. He could go all the way.
4 in a row for Husted, a lead of 34 pins over Mark Bowers. Bowers and Husted in this second match of this $150,000 PBA Chevy Truck Classic here in Rochester. 5 in a row. Husted in the driver's seat, 544. Husted going to the line. We saw Bowers a moment ago, and let's check this out.
Look at the balance, the grid long follow through, and something very unique about Dave Husted's style, which you won't see on most top players. Look how far he is behind the foul line, a good 12 to 14 inches. Dave does that. He likes to get good loft on the ball, but if he gets too close to the foul line, the ball skids too far with that loft. Now, that might be hard to understand for most of the people, but that's Dave's style, and it's been very successful.
Bowers, and problems again on 34.
Mark is having a lot of problems with his timing right now. He's not getting the ball reaction he wants on the lane, and a lot of that's his own fault. Unfortunately, he's rushing the line. He's throwing the ball way too hard for the lane condition, and he's just not comfortable out there. Again, his first time on television, difficult spare.
Almost came out of there for him. Saw his folks are here watching.
And you could see the disappointment on Mark's face, and of course on his mother and father. They're not pleased, obviously. Mark is a much better player than he's showing, Jay, and Dave Husted putting a lot of pressure on him with that 5-bagger.
His best finish on the national tour came earlier this year at the Fairlanes Open in Baltimore, not far from his home. He finished 13th. He's really having a rough afternoon. 2-8 lead. NBC Sports, happy to be with you. PBA Tour starting off. Fall Tour action here this afternoon, and then, of course, the debut of the NBA on NBC.
You know, Mark averaged .250 on this pair throughout the tournament. And he's going to have trouble shooting 170 today, Jay.
Yes, he really is having a rough go. He's in the midst of his best year earning-wise, but Husted has really caught fire here.
Dave is very comfortable there now. You can see he's going through the ball very well, and he knows he's making good shots, and I feel that the next match is going to be an extraordinarily strong match by both players. We've got a lot of experience coming up in the next match. 6
strikes in a row for Husted, a lead of 79 pins. He can do no wrong at the moment.
Well, you can see how confident he is. You can see by the look on his face when he releases the ball, he knows exactly where it's going and what it's going to do. And the next match coming up, it's going to be exciting with Hugh Miller and, of course, the lefty. It's going to be a great week all week.
You paid Hugh Miller, the left-hander, quite a compliment. You, the best left-hander of all time, saying he's one of the greatest left-handers of all time.
Well, I don't say that casually, Jay. I feel by over the years watching the various players on the tour and the abilities of the players and what they can do playing different shots and difficult shots and adjusting to the lane conditions that are sometimes extraordinarily difficult on the PBA Tour. Hugh Miller has been able to do that as well as any left-hander that's played the game. So I feel that he deserves a compliment.
Well, and like you, he's a very studious and sharp fella. Well, it's been a tough time for Mark Bowers, and all you have to do is look at that face to know what agony he's gone through here.
And that's true, Jay, but it's a learning experience for Mark. He'll be back. He's got the kind of talent to get him back in this position again, and he'll do better next time.
It's going to be Dave Husted and Hugh Miller. We'll finish things out here. Husted winning 208 to 290 over the rookie Brad Kozuski in our first match.
190, Jay.
190, excuse me. 208 to 190. So a 170 score for Mark Bowers. 10 won't go down and make any difference.
See how relaxed he is, Jay? He's
very smooth.
Very smooth, very confident at this point. Hugh Miller's going to have his hands full, and he was one of the best match play bowlers on the tour, especially on national television. His record is outstanding in our final 5. Looking for a great match, the next match.
A score of 256 for Husted. And he is victorious over